Today to students of economics, introduction to economics, taxation and reform. So this is the third topic for our subject this semester, introduction to economics. So regarding the topics of scarcity. So meaning the word scarcity, that is a shortage of supply among the needs of the people inside the territory. So how we deal with not having enough stock. So how to deal with not having enough stuff. So meaning this is the scarcity. Food for thought. By graduating from high school, how much more money will you make than someone who doesn't graduate over your lifetime? So that is for the lesson. So for example, you have a 283,500 or about 9,500 a year. So that is the income of the graduating. Next is 910 or about 30,000 a year. So the other one, so the definition, the study of how people satisfy their needs and wants. So meaning this is the economics in terms of scarcity. We are going to study and also satisfy the needs and wants regarding the shortage of supply. Like for example with us in our home, not all in our house or home is abundant of foods, but the foods that we have is only limited. But why we satisfy with that? So that is part of economics. We tend to use money to purchase our needs and wants, bartering, trading, one thing for another, and making result are other methods. So meaning that's one way of having the products through purchase if you have money. If you don't have money, through bartering, so meaning exchange of goods. But the exchange of goods, it's difficult sometimes because to exchange something is called as an accident between two people have the same like. If you don't have like with his product, so meaning there's no barter. And also bartering, that's another problem is we cannot determine how much the value of the product. Not unlike by use of money to purchase. So when the product is worth of 100 pesos, it's easy to give 100 pesos. So that's the value. So that is for making result are other methods. So meaning there's a methods of acquiring the things but through money to purchase and through bartering. So what are needs? So needs are the things that a person has to have to survive. So we're going to survive with this. Even person no with money or no money, so person want to survive as long as we have three basic. So like for example, the food, you have the food. Even if you don't have money, water, so shelter, so meaning na kay balay. So the bare necessities. So the other one, what are wants? Wants are those things that you would like but do not need to survive. Like for example, the car, the iPad, concert tickets. So when that is the one. So meaning the ones is not important. So for me, in terms of ones, if there is good, but if there is not, good for it. Because that is not important. The thing important is about the food, the shelter, the clothes, so water, that's a very important. But the car, iPad, concert ticket, so you can live without these three examples. So the other example, cell phone, rail, watches, you can live without that. But you cannot live without food. You cannot live without water. So look at the scarcity definition. A limited amount of resources to meet unlimited wants and needs. That is everything is scarce. So look at the scarcity. So meaning all things in the world is scarce. Like for example, food. So meaning why we satisfy the food? Because we are disciplining ourselves to manage the limited resources to us. Like for example, rice. So meaning you cook rice in accordance with our needs. So do not cook rice as abundant and then after all it's useless. So that is a limited amount of resources to meet unlimited wants and needs. So everything is scarce. Like for example, the clothes, so meaning that is scarce. So meaning you use that clothes in a decent way. Why do we have scarcity? So we have unlimited wants and needs. So look at the unlimited wants and needs. So meaning no limitation of wants and needs. So look at people. People be, people want to have an items, everything in the world. But needs is, for example, rice. So meaning if your needs of rice is only 1 kilo per cook, that's only for 1 kilo. But look at the wants. The wants is unlimited. So if the people is imprisoned by one, so meaning the people now is having a problem in terms of acquiring the things. But limited resources create scarcity. So we need to make choices. So meaning you chose. So not all ones that you're going to acquire, but you choose which ones are very important to us. For example, what's this? So what's this is very important. Important. So mean that is a wants, but that's important. So meaning you choose what's this? For example, you have a what's. A what's between the price of 20,000 to 50,000 and the what's price of 1,000 to 2,000 is the same time. So if you are called as a person who are practical, for me, you chose the cheapest one because I after only the time, not the kind of watches. So meaning, if you're after the kind of watches, meaning you are not aftering the called as the watches the time, but you are after the quality and the appearance of the watches. Next, what to produce? How to produce? For whom to produce? That is tomorrow's lesson. So many, what to produce? What kind of products to be produced? How to produce? So meaning it refers to the method of production. For whom to produce? So meaning who are the people to buy the products? So you're going to categorize the people to buy the products. So for example, the people they are categorized by children. So children categorized into two between the male and the female. So meaning the male, the female, so that is another category. And the male and the female, categorize the male, is that rich, is that poor. Categorize the male, is that rich, is that poor. So meaning if you notice that the people living in the area is not rich, belong to the poor, so meaning the kind of products you produce is according to the needs of the people. Because if you are going to produce the high quality product, so meaning the people cannot afford to buy. Like for example, China products. People says that China product is not good in the Philippines. But talking about China products in Japan, China products in Middle East, China products in Canada, and China products in USA, the quality of product is very high because the people in that particular country is very rich. Therefore, they can buy the high price. But in the Philippines, the Filipino people cannot afford to buy. Majority can't afford to buy. That's why they produce the products, the kind of products is suited for the poor people. Because when they produce high quality products from China, so the product is become obsolete. Why obsolete? Because nobody can afford to buy. Like for example, the Christmas light, so three for 100. So that is for the poor people can afford. But if you have money, do not buy to that. Okay. So personal perspective, causes of scarcity. Personal perspective, your own feelings of what is needed or wanted. I'm starving. I'm broke. So meaning poor distribution of resources, not using your resources to their potential. I never have any time, yet I watch 6 hours of television a day. I don't have enough money for college, but I have to have a pair of $200 sneakers. So rapid increase in demand, a sudden crash to use resources can cause a shortage. Take it me Elmo, Mbax, and also Beanie Babies. Doing without something. Shut up kid, you'll get nothing unlike it. I'll go to the prom, but not on a senior trip. Instead of driving on to the theater, let's watch a movie on cable and save gas money. So that is for doing something and doing without something. So creating more resources. I'll get a second job. Well, drill for more oil in Alaska. So that is for the creating more resources. So meaning, I'll get a second job. So when a second job, that is additional income by a person. So meaning if you are uh, working from 7:30 to 5, so meaning 6 to 9 is another opportunity for you to earn money. Rather than you go home and sit down and see television, you spend money, and it become boring. Making better use of our resources. So while I watch television, I'll grade papers. I'll take my date to a matinee movie and use a buy one get one free coupon for dinner. If we carpool to work, I'll save gas money. So definition all resources used to produce a good or service. Most resources can be used for only one thing at a time. So example of real cost. So this is the real cost. Real cost of building a bridge instead of a building. So construction workers cannot work on building a new building. A crane cannot be used to build a new building. Steel used in the bridge cannot be used in a new building. That is a real cost. So trade-off. Definition, when you choose between two possible uses for resources, giving up one alternative for another. Bridge versus building. I can either buy this book or pizza, but not both. That is bridge between versus building. So meaning you choose one. So opportunity cost. When you make a trade-off, there are costs. The value of time, money, goods, and services given up in an economic choice. The number one alternative is opportunity cost. By doing this, I give up the opportunity to that. So if we build the bridge, we cannot build the building. If uh, if I buy the pizza, I cannot buy the book. So meaning you choose the opportunity. With the opportunity, you choose one. You cannot bring the two, but you choose one, which is the best for you. So that is when you want. If you want to eat the pizza, so do not buy the book. If you want to buy the book for knowledge, so do not buy the pizza. So look at the freedom sleep versus studying. 1 hour of extra studying time. Benefit. Grade of C on test. Opportunity cost, 1 hour of sleep. Second hour of extra study time. Grade of B on test. 2 hours of sleep. Third hour of extra study time. Grade of B plus on test. 3 hours of sleep. So look at this. You as a student, if you sleep too much in the night, you forget to study the thing. So meaning, look at your grade. But if you're going to study very much in terms of disciplining yourself to study, so look at your grade after all. So the benefits and opportunity cost. So benefits, higher income, more job opportunities. Job opportunities in a career I enjoy. So job opportunities in more places. And opportunity cost of lot of money. So student loans for a year. 4 years of school. No guarantee of a job when I get out. And then what if I change my mind? So that is for the opportunity cost. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you for listening for our topic. Topic number 3 for the economics students in Caraga State University. Good day.